Hey guys, welcome back to Twisted Horns Ridge. So last week we got the opportunity to show you the patio casita right next door, which is this beautiful little tiny house split into two living spaces with a beautiful outdoor living, bringing together the entire space. But this week I have the opportunity to show you guys around the Hill Country tiny home, a 276 square foot tiny house with a beautiful outdoor living with all the amenities that we showed you from the patio casita, the hammocks, the outdoor chairs, the hot tub, but an even nicer interior that I think you guys are going to love. So without further ado, let's show you the inside. So welcome to the inside of the Hill Country tiny home. Wow, when I walked into this place, the first thing that caught my attention were these massive, massive high ceilings. I don't know how tall the ceiling is on the highest edge, but it looks to be about somewhere between 14, 15 feet high. It makes such a big difference. Even though it has that slanted edge, it honestly provides a really cool sort of architecture on the inside. The angles of the house, it's just beautiful. And the way that it's oriented, we have these massive windows at the very top of the highest end of the ceiling, bringing in tons of natural light from up there. And then because on the outside we have this covered patio, similar to the patio casita, we're blocked from that direct sunlight coming directly into the house. So it keeps the space quite cool, yet you still have some natural light pouring in, which I think is the perfect combination. So walking into the Hill Country tiny home, we have these full light double doors that open up entirely to the patio. You're gonna walk in through that, and we have this open floor plan with the kitchen, living, and the sleeping area and the bathroom all on the main floor. On the right-hand side, the first thing you'll notice is this massive leather chase lounge, which makes for a great place to read, great place to just hang out, take a nap even. I didn't have time during my trip here to take a nap as I was filming quite a bit, but it makes for a great place to lounge. And with these massive picture windows on this side of the home, you get to enjoy the views of the property as well from that vantage point. Directly behind that chase lounge, you're going to see the kitchen. Now this is a very small kitchenette. In fact, it's even smaller than the patio casita, and that house was a little bit smaller than this one, but it still has the same functionality as the other one. The biggest difference that I saw was that this kitchen has a smaller sink, but this kitchen has a much larger fridge. So this one has a full-size fridge. It also has the microwave. We have the toaster oven. We have a little bit less countertop space, but I think it was very intentional to give you a lot more space in the dining and living area. Seeing as most people will probably be grilling out on the Blackstone outside, which I did, I ended up doing both of my breakfasts out there and then just made pasta inside. Another difference is that this kitchen actually has a 2-burner cooktop that you can put on the countertop. You just directly plug that in and then you have 2 burners. The patio casita only had 1 burner. And of course, we can't forget the much needed coffee pot. And then lastly, we have a basket of fresh eggs from the farm here, which is a super, super nice touch from the owners, Sherry and Devin. They leave a little basket of fresh eggs for you to use for your breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you guys need. It worked very nicely for me because I used that to make breakfast out on the Blackstone both days, and they were absolutely delicious. And lastly, above the countertop, you'll see 3 open shelves which have all of the wine glasses, the cups, mugs, plates, the toaster oven. Directly beside the kitchen, you'll see the small dining table for 2. It's a little bit more elevated like bar stools, but still very comfortable. And on the table, you'll actually find all of the grilling utensils in this nice little compact basket. You have the oil, you have all of the grilling utensils, and basically everything you need to grill out on the Blackstone. And then there's also this other open shelving above the table with the salt and pepper, and most importantly, the coffee. Then moving on to the left side of the house, we have the sleeping area on the main floor. So that is one thing that I really love about these tiny houses here at Twisted Horns Ridge, is that they all have some sort of ground level sleeping area. Now, I know that some people are really into lofts, so if you like, this home has a loft. You can go up there and experience what it's like to sit up there or lay up there. But I really like that they all feature some sort of ground level sleeping area. Some people are not able or are not wanting to climb up to a loft, so it's really nice that we have have that option as the main sleeping area. So we have a queen size bed that is super comfortable with this really cute blue metal frame with some very nicely curated decor. And then on the right hand side of the bed, we have a bedside table with that incredible charging dock that I was obsessed with in the patio casita, with tons of charging ports. Just super convenient to have a little port for all of your devices in one place. In the far left hand corner of the house is the bathroom. There's this beautiful barn door that slides over and leads you into the bathroom. My favorite part of the bathroom is directly in front of you when you walk in. This beautiful, rustic, reclaimed little vanity with tons of storage underneath, outfitted with a copper overmount sink. There's a flushing toilet, and then there's also a pretty large tile shower. The bathroom is a really good size. It measures about 5 feet in width, giving you plenty of space in the shower and the vanity to get ready or to change. A lot of tiny houses have incredibly small bathrooms like the one in my house. I think the one in my house measures like 3 feet by 8 feet, but this provides a really great amount of space. It's not too big where you feel like it's wasted space when it's not being used. It's, I think, the perfect size to feel comfortable when you're in there. I feel like you have enough space, but when you're out here, you don't feel like you're giving up a lot of that space and it's not being used all the time. And then lastly, there is this massive picture window directly beside the vanity, bringing in tons of natural light into the bathroom. There are curtains, so if you need to close them while you're using the bathroom or showering, you can do that. So don't worry, there should not be anyone walking in your property during your stay here, but if that's a concern, you have those curtains right there. Now the loft is probably the coziest spot in this tiny home. It features these 2 beanbag chairs, which make for a great place to read. I went up there and was reading for a little while, and honestly, I didn't even want to come down. It's such a cozy spot. There's also a little TV up there in the corner. If you want to go up there and watch TV, that is the only spot in the house that has a TV. So if you want to go up there, then that is your TV spot. But otherwise, I really didn't even think about a TV when I was here on this property. The inside with all these massive windows make you want to go outside. They make you want to go and sit in the hot tub. They make you want to go and sit in the little soaking stock tank pool when it is hot outside. These windows and the double doors create for a great indoor-outdoor flow. If you'd like, you can open up those double doors and have some people sitting out there on the couch and some people sitting here on the Chase Lounge. So with a covered patio, it really does feel like you have twice as much space. You get a really cool area to hang out, and obviously with those fans, that helps a lot. And then when the sun goes down, my favorite part is that you turn the jets on that little hot tub, go out there, enjoy a nice cooler night. You might have to wait a little bit longer at this point in the year, July, August, for it to cool down a little bit more, but it's a great place to go out there and have a glass of wine. I actually got in the hot tub last night after I had some dinner. I made some pasta and went out on that little table and had a glass of wine with my pasta, and then I took that wine, I poured it into, they have these really cool like plastic wine glasses, so I poured the rest of my wine into that, and then I enjoyed a nice, very, very peaceful, incredibly quiet night in the hot tub, and that was my nightcap. But I had such an incredible time here, guys. I cannot recommend this place enough. I have so many good things to say about Twisted Horns Ridge, about the owners, Devin and Sherry. They were so incredibly accommodating to me during my stay here and just helping me with anything that I could possibly need help with. They live on the property, so they are available to help with anything that you guys may need. Recommendations for places to eat, recommendations for things to do in the area. I know Fredericksburg is about an hour away, so there's quite a bit to do over there as well. San Antonio is an hour away, so if you're coming from maybe somewhere else and you haven't visited San Antonio, then I would put that on your list as well. But being here and having access to all of these amenities, having access to basically this entire little private oasis, it makes you want to stay and enjoy it. At no point did I feel the need to leave, really. and I got the chance to go and feed the longhorns just before sunset, which was an absolutely incredible experience. I would highly recommend, if you guys come out here and that's something that you're interested in doing, let Devin and Sherry know. It's not something that they do every single night, so you just have to ask and see if they are available to show you guys and let you do that. They also feed all of the blackbuck antelope and the goats around the same time. So if you go out to that little gate, you'll know which gate I'm talking about when you come here. When you go out to the gate, that's where they lay out a really long line of feed for the blackbuck antelope. And of course the goats are in their little pen, I guess you call it. It's incredible. The first night I went out there and fed the longhorns. The second night I went out and helped feed the blackbuck antelope. And last night I just stayed there for about an hour and a half just watching all the animals. It's just such an incredible sight to be that close to these massive longhorns, to see all the blackbuck antelope interacting with each other and the males just going at it, sparring or fighting. I don't even know what you call it. It's so fun to be out here, and I cannot recommend this place enough. But other than that, guys, that is it. That is the tour of the Hill Country Tiny Home. One of my favorite tiny homes that I've visited yet. I will leave the links, like I said, to the Airbnb listings below if you guys want to check that out. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this tour, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys left me a thumbs up down below and considered subscribing to the channel so that we can connect with more people who would be interested in seeing these incredible tiny houses to rent, as well as refer you to other tiny house creators out there. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour, and I will see you in the next one.